Welcome, guys. It's another episode of the Neutral Corner. It's Danny Glover, and it's proudly sponsored by Treasure Boxing Club. And today we're doing the wrap up. Welcome, guys. It's another episode of the Neutral. Now I'm back. You see, I'm here live and kicking. October Red and Co. They was worried about me. You guys were thinking, would I make it out of Poland? You thought it was gonna get me, the Kulva. But I'm here. So yeah, let me tell you guys about Poland. I was in Wrocław. It's spelled Wrocław or Rocklaw, whatever, but it's Wrocław because I spoke to my Polish people then. Very lovely city. It's the fourth major city in Poland, behind Krakow, Warsaw, Gdansk, which is Gdansk with a G, whatever, and then Wrocław is like the fourth. Yeah, very beautiful city. I did some excursions, saw the multimedia fountain, went to the panorama, the battle thing. I went to the zoo, went to the African aquarium, went to the Hydropolis, something like that. I went to all that. So I was out and about. Plus, obviously, I was doing media for Fight Fan TV. So big up Base the Kid and Dev Sani for helping me out, but especially Base the Kid, who was helping me out. Got my international credentials sorted. So I was doing the Fight Week media for did the public workout, the press conference. Yeah, the people was very receptive. But it's funny though, they get very hyped. So like there's 200,000 Ukrainians who are now living in Wrocław, Poland, because it's near the Ukrainian border. So there's a lot of Ukrainians in Wrocław, well, obviously majority Polish, but a lot of Georgians as well. I had some Georgian cuisine and my goulash, as I said, to base. Yeah, man, it ate good. The wrap, I had this doner wrap from I forgot what country it was from. It wasn't Turkish. I forgot what country it was from, but yeah, I said large wrap. I'm thinking it's going to be large wrap like over here. The thing was like this. I posted it. I couldn't even finish it. I ate half of it and I just left the rest, man. It was ridiculous. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Some nice vodka, some nice decent rum out there. Well, I got the rum from duty free, to be fair. But yeah, the vodka was good. The clubs was good. You know what I mean? It was popping. You know what I mean? I always get a good itinerary going for myself, so I make sure I know where to go. You know what I mean? And big up to my boy Kevin Big Sleeps. You know what I mean? He was out there with his team doing the bodyguarding for Usyk and Daniel Dubois. So we linked up and had a nice little roll out and that. So yeah, it was all good vibes. So yeah, met my childhood idol, my childhood hero, in Prince Nassim Hamed. I mean, we exchanged words and stuff, had a good conversation, interviewed and spoke with his son Adam and Sammy throughout the week, even after the fight and stuff. Very good boys, you know what I mean? And there's a young one as well, Soul. So yeah, look out for him too. Had some good interviews, so be sure to check them out on the channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, obviously. Leave your comments. So yeah, what my thoughts on the fight? Fight night was good. They said they sold 43,000, but they must have got rid of about another 5,000 a day, because it was probably about 48,000. It was a 50,000 capacity, but it must have been about 48 in there on fight night. Very patriotic. A lot of Ukrainian flags in there. Ukrainian fighters on the card and that, and it was good. So yeah. What do I think? People keep asking me, even to this day, up until today, what do you think? Was it low? Was it not? I'm like, surely you must have seen my opinions, or if I think it's, low or not. So I've said it weren't low. It was, remember, you got to remember, a waistband, yeah, your waistband, like your waistband on your trousers, 32, 34, 36, 40, whatever. That's not your balls, yeah? Unless you're sagging, as they say, or doing low batties, then it's not low. And I don't, you know what I mean? Usyk has always been making a meal of body shots. We know he don't like body shots. From his amateur days, he's been down from body shots. He gets folded over by body shots. So, Daniel Dubois, we knew he had a puncher's chance, and he landed that punch. And it's just a shame that it got taken away from him. He did some good stuff in there. Round 3, I gave to him. And even after, in the 5th round, Usyk started to come back, put Daniel in a bit of bother. But yeah, there was times Daniel was landing the right and left hook, good shots there, and he was even winning the 9th round until he got dropped. Or was it the 8th? Yeah, he was winning the round until he got dropped. It was a shame, yeah, that 8th round. Then the 9th round, he got dropped again by that power jab, and that was it. But he was dejected, and you could tell he was dejected. See, the crowd's going mad. Even at the weigh-in, obviously, as I said, they're very passionate. Some people arguing, some fans arguing. I don't know what they were saying. People in the crowd at fight night, probably, people had a few too many liters, 70 CLs of, some Belvedere and Grey Goose. So they was getting a bit rowdy, but a couple fights nearly broke off. But it was all calm, and that was around some. I got them. Obviously, I was in the media. I had the media section, and I actually bought a ticket anyway, but I ended up selling it. I managed to sell it, so I got some money. So that was all right. That helped me with my zloty. But then I ended up sitting in this bit, which was better than the media bit. Was it better than my actual seat? I don't know. Probably about the same. Nah, it was probably a bit closer, to be fair. It was closer, to be fair. But yeah, good. It started raining as well when Adam Hamid come out. So that was a bit annoying. But it was baking the whole week. 32 degrees, 30. I could see in England it was 20, 21, raining, doomy, gloomy. I'm thinking that it's going to be frozen. Some people came out there, Brits, I came there in a hoodie and a body warmer. Biggest mistake ever. Me and Raz from Boxing King Media, we was baking. Dev Sani's coming out in his suit jackets and blazers and jeans and trousers and shirts, and he's just like, yeah, I got the itinerary all wrong, but yeah, we all learn, That's why it's good to travel. So you learn about different places and realize it's not as the media perception may give you. Do you know what I mean? So I recommend traveling always. Do you know what I mean? Even like when I went to Sweden, I thought it was going to be totally different to how it actually was when I went there. So yeah, man, it's good to go to some of these places, man. So it's always good to travel. I'll be looking to do so again. But yeah, man, well done to Usyk. He's obviously going to be looking to get the Tyson Fury fight going. And yeah, we'll see. Tyson Fury, I expect him to beat Ngannou, but Ngannou's looking good on them pads. Mike Tyson's got him looking good. He's showing him some shots and he's throwing them combinations and he's looking quite well. But yeah, let's get into let's get into and then yeah, and then what's it? Gerard Anderson, he was on later that night. I didn't manage to watch that until I actually got back on Sunday evening, late evening, because I got back on Sunday 8:30, 8:15 at night, because I had a stopover in Netherlands and that was cool. Eindhoven, so that's like the home of Legoland. I didn't even know that until I got there. See what I'm saying? So now I know I need to take the little one there. Do you know what I mean? Because that's the real Legoland up in there. So I've just given you a lot of plug. So bear that in mind, yeah. Eindhoven in Netherlands. So yeah, Gerard Anderson, he was on that night. F.A. Jagba, Jalalov, so a lot of heavyweight action that weekend. Aljamain, yeah, I've already spoke about Aljamain. But yeah, let's get on to Lex is running late. So, but I wanted to cover some things, but I want to wait till he gets here before we can talk about some of that stuff I want to talk about. But we might as well get into last night's proceedings. 1 second. No, we'll start off with Friday, obviously. We have to start off with Friday. Where are we going? So, yeah, man. We're going to start with Lyndon Arthur versus Brian Suarez. It's Brian Suarez, but it's Brian. B-R-A-I-A-N. Yeah, Suarez. This was in Bolton White's Hotel up in Lancashire, Bolton. I'm surprised it weren't in Manchester, to be fair, because that's where Linda's from. And this was for the IBO light heavyweight title. So yeah, let's talk about the fight, because I remember I was actually watching that on Channel 5. Oh, so yeah, 1 sec. Sorry. I know I'm always ripping labels off. I can't be giving these brands a forward until they sponsor. You know what I mean? Shout out Ragatonic, big them up. The new thing is coming soon. The white rum, the big bottle, that's coming soon. Well, it's out now for you guys to buy. Make sure you go on ragatonic.com. I'll leave the link in the description box in the video. I need this energy. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I need this energy because I took my son to his first Crystal Palace game today. Versus Wolverhampton down at Selhurst Park. We won 3-2. Really, it was 3-1, but they scored like in the 95th and a half minute. Like, we just let that one in. Should have just, I don't know why we did. But yeah, good game, man. But Edward, that brother is so slow, but he only needs 1 second. He's like wild, isn't it? You're thinking, what is he doing? And it's one out of nowhere, boom. But guy's so slow, man. But big up Mitchell. I called it. Big up Muller. He was at the game as well. He was a couple rows behind me. Mitchell, I said, yeah, you need to pass it to Mitchell. He's gonna do something. They pass it to Mitchell. Mitchell crossed it. Boom, Edwin in. I said, look, see, he called it. Master aficionado. You know what it is. Everyone was going ballistic. You know what I mean? They love my son. They wanted to come back. New recruit down at Selhurst Park. You know, the Eagles. So yeah, man, it was all good. And then I just obviously dropped him home, charged my phone a little bit, wrote the rest of my notes down because I was working at a rave last night. So most of the fight card on Saturday I actually had to watch. Well, I actually watched I watched the Fraser Clark up until Fraser Clark's fight, Dave Allen, that finish, and then I had to leave out. And then I watched the Adam Azim one and Eubank Smith today. So saw some highlights while I was at work, but I couldn't really properly watch it. But yeah, we'll start with Lyndon Arthur. So Lyndon Arthur, first 3 rounds, you know, typical Lyndon, on the jab, controlling the action, beautiful jab, world-class jab, 10 out of 10 jab. You know what I mean? He's got probably the best jab in the light heavyweight division out of everybody. Do you know what I mean? Probably a better jab than Bivol, probably a better jab than Beterbiev, better jab than everyone, really. I think that when you're talking about the actual jab. But yeah, then come the 4th round now, he was starting to get a bit more involved. As he went to throw a right hand, Suarez hit him with a right hand. And it was one of them shots where normally when that person gets caught like that, they normally go to sleep. But he took it, but he went down on a knee, and then Suarez hit him again whilst he was like kind of on the floor a little bit. And then, yeah, he took a count. This was at the end of the round. So that was a 10-8 round. And then he started trying to get him compose himself together, but Suarez started to come on. And then it was probably about 20 seconds until the end of the 5th, he caught him again with the same shot as he tried to throw his right hand. It wasn't quick enough to the target. Suarez hit him first. And that's when he got rocked to his boots. And he wears these like... I swear they're trainers. They don't look like boxing boots. If they're boxing boots, I don't know what brand it is. And I remember when I saw him fight in Newcastle as well. I forgot who it was, but he stopped the guy in like the 2nd round. And I was looking at, because I was working it, and I was thinking, they look like trainers. Like, they look like, I don't know if they're like Jordans or something. I was thinking, why is he wearing them? But they don't look like that. I can't see a brand. So his trainers, but he seems to wear these things. So I don't know. It's not really supportive on your ankles and feet. But yeah, he got rocked in the 5th, and I saw Barry Jones and Steve Bunce gave that a 10-8 as well, because Suarez started unloading on him, and he was really like in serious trouble there, and he did well to not go down, but he was heavily rocked and, you know, getting wobbled up, and he got through the 5th. Then 6, 7, 8, you know, it was looking bad. It was looking bad. Suarez was onto him hard, and it wasn't looking like he was getting tired, because he was fighting at his own pace at the end of the day. So when you're fighting at your own pace, you're not going to get tired because you're able to control the action. Suarez came in 2 pounds overweight, so he wasn't actually eligible to win the IBO title, whereas Lyndon Arthur was. And then could that extra 2 pounds have helped, or could it have hindered him later? I don't know, maybe a bit of both. So come the 9th, Lyndon finally started, you know, he started throwing these flurries, like and I thought, oh yeah, that's more like it. Like he's doing something I haven't seen him really do. Like, so now he's finally fighting back. Was it? I don't think it was even enough to take the 9th though, but he actually showed something at the end there, and then he started throwing that same clusters, and it also he started hitting him with some hard jabs, which was rocking his head back as well. Lyndon was rocking his head back in the 10th with the jabs. I was like, oh right, these are some powerful looking snappy jabs, boy. And then Suarez is still coming on, and on the inside, Lyndon's thrown a cluster of punches upstairs. Suarez has thrown a combination back, you know, to answer back. And then Lyndon's thrown another cluster. And I don't know I think Suarez didn't brace his body. He's thinking it was going to be another flurry to the head. And Lyndon's done a flurry and whipped one into the body. It didn't even look like the hardest, but it's like where a man was so upright, and it hit him in the floating rib, and his stomach weren't tense for it, and he just crumbled to the floor. And he tried to get up, but he just couldn't. He knew the pain, and he stayed down for the 10 count. So yeah, well done to Lyndon Arthur. Got the IBO title now. That was good, you know. Uncle come back from behind victory. His uncle Pat Barrett was, you know, happy, very happy. His son and Callie Sowland, they was very happy for him and all that. So it was very good to see. So what would I like next? I'd like to see him probably defend it at the end of the year versus Craig Richards. Yeah, I'd like to see that fight. Lyndon Arthur versus Craig Richards for the IBO title. That'd be a good one. Craig has to come back and obviously get a win first, and then yeah, he'd be eligible for that. And then yeah, I'd like to see them get it on. That'd be a good fight. So yeah, man, I'm putting it out there. So Lyndon, if you're watching, yeah, man, you should fight Craig Richards. That's a good fight right there. So yeah, man. I see Base the Kid was getting on to Sonny Edwards about a tweet he did in 2021 that he was getting onto some about the IBO title, that he doesn't rate it anyone fighting for it, that it needs to be slated, and then or something like that. And then someone I forgot who it was, but they were saying, wait, let me get this up because I don't want to misquote. Where is it? I had it in my likes actually, so should be quite easy. So 1 second. There's a few tweets up from last night I was actually dying about. Oh yeah, here we go. So MTK Dave has said, I bet any money if Lyndon Arthur decided to pursue the IBO, you wouldn't say anything like this. And then Sonny said, I would. And if he tried joining the club with an IBO ticket, he'd get rejected. So I'm not sure what he actually said initially. But then Basic Kid was like, no judgment, Sonny, but why the change of heart? So he hasn't said anything on that. Then I see Basic Kid and G-Chain, they was getting at it over the Chris Eubank Jr. Smith fight. Man saying, hold on. He's like, yo, G-Chain, the streets need answers from you, big man. This is about G-Chain saying he's still getting spun again though, bruv. After Rocky Ali, he said Eubank Jr. looks physically better this fight than the last one. Looks like he's managed to weight better this time and trained well. A bit more solid. Hopefully, it translates in the ring and we can get a good fight. And then G Chain's like, he's still getting spun. So when Eubank done his business, basically his answers, then G Chain's like, the streets are asking why you're spying on my tweets, fam, when you don't even follow me. But out here taking street shots and posting them, big man. I was dying. Even me and Muller was dying today at the game. That was hilarious. But we're in a WhatsApp group together where that was proper kicking off. It was actually you gotta be in it to like fully get the joke. Last night I was dying when I read it. After I was dying. But no, that was funny. But yeah. So yeah. But hey, listen, when your friend wins it, you're gonna be happy for him. And plus, maybe he thinks that over the past 2 years the IBO's got more credibility. But the IBO's always had credibility, to be fair, in some shape or form, because unified and undisputed champions usually hold that in their sequence of belts. You know what I mean? You're talking about Lennox Lewis, you're talking about Triple G, you're talking about Vladimir Klitschko, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Alicia Baumgardner, I'm sure Clarissa Shields must have had one. Yes, Natasha Jonas, I believe. So yeah, when you talk about I don't know if Devin Haney did, but loads of fighters, man. When you're talking about the annals of history, Andre Ward, the annals of history, they've got the IBO trinket belt there with it, like the Ring magazine. Obviously, IBO is not like Ring magazine. I'm not trying to say it is, but it's normally there. So IBO does have ratings from back in the day, and maybe now it's even more. You know, it's a good. It's better than like an intercontinental, international, WBO European, that kind of belt. You know what I mean? IBO's more rated and credible than that. Do you know what I mean? It's the one just below the major ones. Because remember, once upon a time, the WBO was like the IBO. It wasn't even rated. In the free belt era, which weren't that long ago, the WBO, like when you talk about Ben Eubank for the WBO title, that was in a free belt era where the WBO wasn't really recognized in America like that. They weren't rating it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was like a world champion in Britain, but in the grand scheme, they weren't in the free belt era till they got the other belts. Do you know what I mean? And Nigel Benn got WBC and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to think about that. But yeah, also on that card, oh my God, Samuel Antwi, welterweight, for the British title versus Mason Cartwright. Now that was a fight. From the first round, Antwi was trying to get him out of there, rocked him, hurt him. Do you know what I mean? He was throwing some bombs, landing bombs. Cartwright was, you know, he got wobbled, but after a couple of rounds, he started being able to take him, and he was like just losing. People talking about potentially throwing the towel in or pulling him out and all this weird stuff. I was thinking, it's a British title fight. Like this is his WBC. This is his Ring magazine. At the end of the day, you can't be doing that. And it's not like he's getting battered pillar because he's coming back. He's firing shots back. He's landing shots. Even like in the 10th and 11th, he started rocking Samuel Antwi. He was in a bother where he's having to hold on, like proper hold on for dear life at the end of the day. And then, but when it comes to the 12th, he landed this big booming right, which just froze man in his tracks. And then he landed another two. The ref didn't get there in time. Kind of like how Terry Harper froze, but the ref managed to get there in time before Alicia landed the follow-up. But Samuel managed to land that two sequence follow-up, and man was iced. And I see Pugilist, he was upset that it's been ruled a TKO when really it's a KO. But if what it is, there's a new rule that if the ref waves it off and doesn't count to the count of 10, then it's not ruled a knockout. For instance, Usyk Dubois, even though Dubois was on his knee, he stayed on his knee for the 10, it's ruled a knockout. Whereas Antwi icing Mason Cartwright is considered a technical knockout, TKO, which on box record, the grand scheme, when you're looking at the history books, it doesn't seem so severe when you look at the two endings. One is way more severe. One is actually a real knockout, like a man got knocked out clean. Do you know what I mean? And he looked worried. He made sure that he was all right. He got up. But that was a brutal fight, a real proper British title dust up fight. And yeah, well done to Samuel, because that was his second attempt at the title, because he lost to what's the guy's name? It's the other Ghanaian Botswanian brother. I can't even remember off the top of my head. But he defended it. He won the Lonsdale belt outright. Was it? Oh my God, this is gonna wait. I can't let that go. 1 second. Ekal Essuman, yeah, Ekal Essuman. Ekal Essuman was the champ, but he's obviously vacated. So yeah, big up Samuel Antwi. Well deserved. These are some good wins over the years. Former English champion as well. So yeah, big ups. Yes, it's Lex.
Sorry, people. I was a bit late today. I apologise to my partner Dan for being late. I hope he forgives me.
Once again, but you know. Well, you know. So yeah. So we've covered the Bolton show on Friday. So then so I'm saving to move on to the Saturday now with the boxer card now.
Should we start with the main event?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Obviously, Chris Eubank linked up with Bomac and his team, and yeah, like I just feel like it done wonders for him, man. His skills, like I think that's the best performance I've seen Chris Eubank use his skills, utilize his boxing abilities, skills wise. Usually, it's like a brawling kind of come forward aspect, but that's the first time I'll probably say throughout the whole fight it's been a disciplined boxing performance.
Yeah, and he was working the head and body, which I haven't seen him do. Normally, you know, he's very head happy when he starts reeling off, especially, you know, his uppercuts. And funny enough, the first 2 rounds was like scrappy kind of hugging, which I said that.
Dan. I'm not learning from my mistakes. I was chewing gum.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes, guys, I was chewing a bit of gum.
Yeah.
But you said he wasn't usually head happy, because usually you're saying go on, sir.
Yeah, so he's working up and down. So even from the 3rd round, where in the first fight is when he started letting the uppercuts go, when he won that, before he got taken out in the 4th, and he started that uppercut sequence again in the 3rd. But then this time he managed to drop Liam in the 4th with an uppercut. So yeah, and it seems like Bomac is on his way to certainly becoming trainer of the year this year, because he's everything he's touching is going gold. He's got Bud Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, Chris Eubank Jr. now.
Davis, I think.
Yeah, Keyshawn Davis. But when we talk about, like, obviously they judge you off your big time guys, innit? So your pay-per-view type guys and stuff. So yeah, it's like he's just doing wonders. And then Liam Smith, you know, he was getting at Eubank for about excuses, but
he had a lot of excuses, to be fair, which was. It was like he was saying that I don't want to give excuses, but he was giving excuses. Like, you should just stop there to say I'm not making no excuses.
Exactly.
Chris Eubank was the better man, but he was saying obviously because of the injury, then he had to kill himself making weight, and then he was flat, but I know it was a bit I was a bit what's the word I'm looking for? I was puzzled seeing him say them things, because I was thinking, the way he was going on before the fight, I didn't think he was a man that'd be going out like that and talking all that kind of excuses stuff, and I was really puzzled. I thought,
Yeah, and then plus, you know, he said he's got bad ankles and he rolled his ankle, but I'm thinking, all right, if you're a man who says you've always had dodgy ankles, why are you wearing the low Everlast boots? There's mids and there's highs.
No ankle support.
But you've got to go with the lows for no ankle support for a man who says he's got dodgy ankles. You play football a lot. Like, every Sunday you got dodgy ankles, yet you're wearing low cuts. Like, that's just like a recipe for disaster, really.
Yeah.
He got dropped again in the 10th, and then obviously he got stopped in the corner. Obviously protested, you know, as you do. But yeah, he was well beaten. And Junior moves on. He was calling that Golovkin, says he wants his belts, but Golovkin don't have no belts.
Yeah.
So he needs to watch a bit more boxing.
That's funny. He called that. But back to the fight as well. I was really impressed with Eubank's jab, and he's basically he's a bit smarter this time in terms of like waiting for. I would say he waited a bit more patience, and you could tell by when he was jabbing and grabbing like that old school Andy Ruiz style. I think he was saying it. Paulie Malignaggi, the jab and grab, and I just feel like that link up with Bomax what brought this out of him, and you maybe seen Terence Crawford doing the business the other week, and you just listen to his advice as well. Don't get too confident, and I think that helped him as well because you could actually see in the performance, very mature performance.
Yeah,
very mature performance, and yeah, man, I can't wait to see him box again, man, with Bomac as his trainer.
So do you think now some people are saying the way Eubank was able to turn around that terrible loss, that's giving hope for Errol, because the people, who is it, D-Style and Joe Habib, D-Style always talk about the get back, like in rematches people are able to get the get back and make adjustments, so it gives you know
what it is with the Errol situation. It was a thing where I'm not accustomed to seeing that kind of Errol Spence, because like you got to think about it. As Terence done perform, beat anyone in that kind of fashion?
No,
like that.
No,
and it's gonna tell me the person who you do it against is the person they class another pound for pound fight, and they class this fight to be a 50-50. And that's the person you're going to be looking your best against. And so the reason I'm not taking nothing away from Terence Crawford, I'm just saying I just think there's definitely something wrong with Errol Spence.
Yeah. And we'll see at the new weight.
No excuses, though. No excuses, because it's on you to come to the ring 100% as a fighter.
Yeah, absolutely. And make sure that you're fighting at the comfortable weight and you're making the weight correctly, because Eubank Jr., we could tell he was weight drained, why he got his legs was doing funny, because we've never seen his legs do that.
Yeah.
And then now Liam Smith, he's saying he did a weight for him. So, weight does play a factor.
But I say it, everything in life happens for a reason, because he was going into the Conor Benn match.
Yeah.
And he was looking weak as well, and the weight was even less. So, and that's for a reason, because that advantage is only giving Conor the edge.
Yeah.
And then if he had that fight, who knows how that would have.
Yeah, it wouldn't have gone
Conor's
good.
a bit more of a kung fu and more ferocious fighter. So
yeah.
So I think everything happens for a reason, because even his dad was giving signals and hints and stuff that he should be, the weight and stuff is maybe getting too much for him. But maybe I think Senior wants him to fight at 168, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I do as well.
Yeah.
But Conor said he'll go to 160 to fight him, because even Nigel said that the 157 he doesn't agree with either, and that's Conor's dad. He even said that. So yeah, fair play to him. Then also on the card we had Florian Marku.
Yeah, quick story.
Pushed Dylan Moran at the weigh-in, 54 seconds. Landed a pull counter right. Landed a flurry Dylan was on the rope. He landed a big left hook. Ref jumped in. Dylan Moran, he was on shaky Stephen legs, so that was done. Jack Cullen pulled out a big upset victory. Would
you say that against Efron?
Yeah, he was built to lose, man.
Because I've seen Cullen fight a numerous amount of times, I don't think that's upset victory in my eyes. Heffron, they're probably on par. Obviously, the bookies might have gave it to Heffron, but in my eyes, that was a 50-50 fight. Mark Cullen's a good fighter, man. Same level as Heffron, man. But obviously, I know probably Heffron was maybe the guy they were trying to push. Yeah,
because Cullen's been stopped a few times now. Do you know what I mean? So he's a bit more shot worn.
What was that? What was that? Was that at 160?
Yeah.
It was at 160 or 168.
No, 168.
Yeah,
sorry.
168,
yeah, because Heffron took out Lennox Clark.
Because every time Cullen, I've seen him, it's because he's been killing himself to make the 160 weight.
Yeah.
So when he's moved up, and every time I've seen, he's made a good account of himself.
Little lever, meat cleaver.
Meat cleaver, yeah. He's a good little fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good victory for him. So,
Yeah, Adam Azim, 10 rounds on points.
Adam Azim, it looks good on the eye, but there's just something there. Like even when he was fighting this guy yesterday, or last night, sorry, I was thinking a bit more feints and a bit more head movement also, and he should have jabbed to the body or switch up the jab to the head. So it was a bit repetitive.
Yeah,
and there was not like a change of gear. So I'm not 100% sold on Adam Azim.
Yeah,
but I can see the skills.
Yeah, and then Fraser Clark versus Dave Allen, and Fraser Clark got 2 points off in the 6th round for low blows. And then Dave Allen quit in that same round. Now I want to talk about this low blow thing, because this low blow heavyweight stuff is becoming a problem to me, because we've got Usyk Daniel Dubois, a low blow gate, which I don't think was a low blow. Then the same night you've got Gerard Anderson, people saying, you know, he was landing low blows.
But his ones weren't, did the referee mark him for it?
Never. But his ones were hitting the waistband. The ref weren't saying nothing. Then Kozabotsky versus Efe Jagbar, he got DQ'd for low blows. Another heavyweight action. And then you've got Fraser Clark, 2 points off for low blows. Then you had a guy on Friday, Marksby. What was his name? Something Marksby. Volcan. Ben Marksby versus Jordan Ellison. He got deducted a point in the 3rd round and another point in the 4th round for low blows. This is a light water. So my thing is there some new target area? Because apart from Marksby, I don't want it to become a thing where we've been moaning about heavyweights these days don't know how to work on the inside. All they know how to do is throw a 1-2 or a little left hook, but they can't work in the inside, and they don't throw body shots these days. And then now they're starting to throw body shots. They're getting penalised for it all the time.
Well, the official rule that I've seen people talking about is that anything below the navel is a low blow. That
was never the case before, because as I'm not going to get my belly out, but I think we can feel below the navel. There's a lot of belly here in the gut, which.
So that being said, people's groin guards, where does it cover? The navel. Yeah. So they're saying that even if you used to, it's all like referee's discretion, because like some people pull their shorts high.
Some people and the groin guard, that's only the reason why it's so big compared to the amateur one, which is like just the cup. It's just so that the thing don't move.
Yeah.
That's why it's big.
What I've noticed as well, people have different groin guards. Like, for instance, Winnings are a bit more smaller than Grants, or Grants are a bit more thicker than Flyers.
Or Everlasting.
You know what I'm trying to say? So as even if you can see that for some people, when they're in the ring, you see they've got like a big old thing around them. Some people looks like they haven't even got a groin guard on. So that comes into play as well. So it's all it looks like it's all up for interpretation. But the official rule is anything below the navel is classed as a low blow.
In the WBA rules, that is, by the way.
Yeah, so
not the other sanctioning bodies. So then it's all but I don't want heavyweights.
The shot Dubois gave
Usyk,
regardless if it was a low blow or not a low blow, he was out because he was hurt from a body shot.
Yes.
Not because because he got punched in the nuts or like he was making out to be. He was hurt from a body shot. Plain, blank and simple.
So what did you think of all the theatrics of him shaking, trembling on the floor and doing Jesus?
You just got, you know what I'm saying? You just got to milk it. You just got to milk it. He got away with it, you know what I mean? He's still champion. But should the bar be champion now?
I think he should.
Yeah. So we don't know if people are saying he definitely would never got up from the shot, but we don't know if the referee started counting, he might have jumped up. So you know what I'm saying? So we just don't know. But if he didn't make it,
but say he jumped up, how? Yeah, he still really hurt though.
Yeah.
So and he never had a while to try and survive.
But you know that fight. Going back to that fight, Dubois man made a good account of himself. to me, showed he belonged, you know, at that level, because he didn't do too bad at all. And if they do get the rematch or they're put par, they're sanctioning, trying to talk to the sanctioning bodies for what was Roran saying he's trying to get the fights scrapped, or he said he's trying to get no contest ruled and no contest.
Oh yeah, Don Charles, yeah.
So
that's what he said to me.
Yeah. So and I saw Warren saying the same thing as well.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then they'll have to run it back. But you said, man, just tell the truth, man.
Yeah, let's keep it a buck, as I like to say. So also the what is it you want to talk about? Devin and Shakur.
Yeah, obviously, you know, they were meant to fight. Shakur's feeling like they're giving him a short end of the stick with the percentages.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's all this footage released.
The manager.
Releasing footage. Oh, and then obviously Bill Haney's done interviews saying that, you know, Shakur's our people, like regardless, retrospect of anything that's going on, we're family. Like this guy slept at my house. You know, we're good friends of his manager, Prince.
Jay
Prince. Sorry, we've got mutual respect for each other. So all of this is just, you know, just uncalled for. Obviously, we know Shakur wants to fight bad, but like Devin did against the Australian kid,
George
Kambosos, he took the
22
twice.
Yeah,
twice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So if you want to make a boss move.
If you really believe you can beat the man, then you'll beat him, and then you become the A side. Floyd took 25 versus Oscar De La Hoya.
See what I'm saying? So like, and it just seems like
percent, by the way.
And it seems like Devin, there's something I see in his career, like the way he's doing things. It's got the Floyd kind of aspect to it, because even like the Lomachenko fight, people didn't think he was going to take that. I even thought, why is he taking that fight for?
Yeah,
but it was a good fight to take at the right time.
Yeah,
and look what it's done to him. It's only made him, you know, now what he's got over Shakur is like, Shakur, who he fought.
Yeah, and with Shakur as well, his manager came out on the Boxing Voice and said that Shakur was offered 8 million. This is Shakur Stevenson's own manager, said they was offered 8 million and Shakur Stevenson turned it down. So if you're turning down 8 million against a man who's really weight drained at 135,
and you keep saying it's easy work and you don't want that nothing to do with you.
Yeah, he says we turned it down because we thought, why take 8 now when we can get 16 next year? So you didn't want the fight. So it's not about being lowballed.
Exactly.
This is about you didn't really want the fight because you're money chasing. So you are money chasing. So it's not about the percentage. You want to double up anyway. So now Devin's gone to 140 now because he's fighting pro grades, which he should, because he can't make that weight no more. He's not going to operate properly. So well done to him. And you're going to have to see him at 140 or 147 if you wait a few years.
But what's been announced is Shakur versus Frank Martin.
Yeah.
So that's a good matchup.
Yeah.
I heard Frank Martin cracked Javonta in a sparring match.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think he dropped him.
Okay. Yeah, well, sparring.
Yeah, that's his sparring. Yeah,
it's sparring. But Frank Martin, yeah, he's a good fight. He's had some good wins, fought some tough opponents. So he's 28 years old. People saying, why is he taking
boxing as well? Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. So if you're gonna get your shot, you might as well get it now, because there's a long list of people. So you can't choose your champions. Not everyone has the privilege of getting a Charles Martin or Nikolai Valuev or Chris Arreola as your champion. Sometimes you got to fight the elite guys like a Andre Ward, a Floyd, a Shakur Stevenson, a Terence Crawford, and that's who you got. And he has a good chance at anything. He's probably the most slickest fighter Shakur's had to fight anyway, so that'll be good.
And he's a southpaw as well, right?
Yeah, and it's Derek James versus Bo Mack again. So that's gonna be
No, he's not with Bo Mack. Shakur's not with Bo Mack.
He's in the same gym though.
No, he's always there, but you've got to remember his granddaddy trains him more. Bo Mack's not in the corner.
Okay, but he's in the same gym, so Bo Mack will be around. I know there'll be some.
He'll be in the dressing room, all that. But I don't think he'll be in the corner, because that's not.
Yeah, he's not his main charge.
Yeah,
but
he probably gets in a lot of work with him.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that dynamic's still there. So I'm looking forward to that one.
But the real Bomac, the real Derek James versus Bomac would have been K. Shawn versus Frank Martin, which is a fight that I would have loved to see as well.
Yeah. So did you manage to watch UFC last night?
No, I didn't catch the UFC, no.
Yeah, so Ciryl Gane, he come back versus Sergey Spivak.
The heavyweight Gane.
Yeah, he just got choked out, obviously by John Jones. So he's come back. The guy, Spivak, has tried to get him with a takedown. He's been working on his ground defense and takedown defense. He managed to sprawl it.
Was that because of what happened against Roy
John Jones? Yeah, that was just so. I don't know how he's just so subservient against the cage. That was just stupidness. But yeah, then in the second round, he started letting off some punches. Got him against the cage, unloaded some punches, continuous. He didn't drop Spivak, but in the end, the ref had to jump in because he was getting beaten up. So well done, Ciryl Gane. Got a comeback win in Paris on UFC Fight Night. Fug Rose, she lost to Manon. Yeah, she was the B side, but I thought she was gonna pull it out, but she didn't. She was fighting Manon Fiorot. Oh, she lost on points. Volkan Ozdemir, the Turkish brother, he beat Bogdan Gustav with a submission in the first round, rear naked choke. He dropped him with a left hook, ground and pounded him. After he took a few shots himself from Guskov, and then hit him with a rear naked choke. William Gomez versus Yanis Gemori, third round TKO. This was a left kick to the body, which Yanis was saying was a low blow. It was on the belt, and then they done. But with UFC, they did the VAR in it. Okay. So when they checked the VAR, they said no, the kick was there. Kick was cool. So then the win upheld. So yeah, we're getting this low blow thing is getting real funny.
Well, they need some of that video
VAR. Yeah,
VAR.
I think only WBC does it.
Yeah, WBC. I remember the reason I remember is
Dennis Berencheck.
No, Edwards. What's his name? The older brother. Not Sonny. Charlie Edwards.
Yeah.
Charlie Edwards?
Yeah.
And then I forgot a fight. It was like 02. He got hit.
Oh.
And he was almost crying.
Yeah.
He was crying and then they reversed it.
It's the guy Sonny's fighting now, I swear.
Yeah, I think Sonny did
Martinez.
Fight him.
No, it's the guy Sonny's fighting now.
Is it?
I'm sure it's him.
Okay. Well, no. I think it was the guy, if I'm not mistaken, is the guy that fought Wood.
Oh, Lee Wood. No, it couldn't be.
No,
couldn't be.
Because it's
too big.
Yeah. Okay, so it might be the guy that's fighting
Sonny now. Yeah, Martinez.
And then, so I think he got hit after the bell or something.
Yeah, he stayed on the floor. Yeah, that was funny.
But yeah, so they need to install that into boxing 100% because it'll kind of just help the referee a bit more.
Yeah, and then Volkan with that submission, that was his first submission win in 11 years since 2012. And both Volkan and Gomez, both their opponents was replacements. Volkan was meant to fight Azamat Murzkanov, who's 30-0, and Gomez was meant to fight Lucas Almeida. So yeah, but also the what was it? That Yanis, the William Gomez win, that was at bantamweight. So hey, he's working his way up to fight our guy Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, O'Malley. Yeah, I love O'Malley, man. He wants to fight Javante.
Yeah. Right.
So you don't give him a chance.
No. But he's got hands though. He has got hands, so I rate that.
And he's got good footwork as well.
Yeah, and charisma. So it'll definitely sell.
So you never know, but yeah, man. And also one last thing before you go, with Spence, obviously activating his rematch clause.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's the right thing to do.
What about also it's got all these people talking about neurological damage?
Oh, come on, people. Everyone's a scientist nowadays. So I want to know where your qualifications were from. But yeah, £154. I think we will see a better Errol Spence.
You think the outcome will be different, or is it a possibility it could be different?
It's a possibility, but I'd still favour Terence Crawford at this moment. Errol needs to make adjustments actual fight style wise, because it wasn't just the fact of, I wouldn't say it was the way, even the style. You're too heavy on the front foot.
Yeah, but you know what?
You're looping the left hand from too far back.
Yeah,
And he's been doing that. He's got away with that for a while because of the opponents. But when you're dealing with a counter puncher, you got to be. You got You got to know what you're doing. So Derek James and him, they need to work on a whole new game plan for Terence Crawford. You need to stab. You need to believe in your jab more. Don't crouch down. Don't duck your head where you're getting caught on the back of the tab.
Yeah, and he was
getting caught on the back of the head a lot. You need your footwork. You need to work on your footwork. Your hand placement.
That's the one thing. His hand placements are always usually good. He's always holding the phone. He's usually always defensively responsible to somewhat of his hand placement.
Yeah, but something. Yeah, he needs to work on that. When you're dealing with Terence Crawford, you're dealing with different animals. So you got some things to work on. But it can be worked on. But yeah, you got to come with a new game plan, but you can't come with that last game plan because that was definitely not effective, apart from the first round. And I gave him the third as well. But even then, it still wasn't. I still didn't feel he was going to win that fight after the third because it wasn't looking good. But I hope. Obviously, I'm still Team Big Fish, Errol Spence to the end. I don't jump off the trains. I don't jump off my fighters if they lose. Just same way my David Benavidez, he's fighting Demetrius Andrade next. So, yeah, man. Boxing's looking good. People talking about boxing this, boxing that. Hey, when you're talking about which show was better last night, was it the Eubank Smith show or would you say the Ciryl Gane versus Spivak show? So, come off it. UFC, don't stop moaning for the sake of moaning, fight fans. We're getting good boxing, great shows this year. Lots of exciting fights, upsets, great displays of boxing, career best performances, exciting outcomes, things you cannot predict happening. So yeah, we've had a great 2023 and we're just over halfway through it. So we've still got the back end. So yeah man. Any last things?
Nah, just championing what you said, man. Boxing is back. We love boxing, we love UFC, but yeah, just boxing is definitely on par. It's getting back to the days of where we've seen the fights we want to see. And hopefully the next one that gets inked in is Joshua versus Wilder.
January.
Yeah, hopefully. And
there's Canelo.
One Saudi, one Africa, right?
Yeah, and there's Canelo versus Jamel Charlo coming up as well.
End of the month.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. But yeah, so that was it for the wrap up, guys. Make sure that you like, subscribe. We're nearly at that 1,000 subs where we get that monetization. So show that love. We're there. We're nearly there, man. Come on, push us over the line. And we're gonna have a little competition giveaway for when we hit that 1,000 as a thank you to all the subscribers and those who've been rocking with us.
All authentic, subs as well. We've been doing this for a while now and it's all authentic and we appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Much appreciate to everyone. So there you go, guys. It's Danny Glover. It's Big Lex. It's the Neutral Corner. Proudly sponsored by Treasure Boxing Club. And once again, we got to shout out the drink sponsor, Ragatonic. An amazingly smooth blue flavored premium tonic. One taste, one love. We have blue raspberry flavor, we have the grape flavor, and we have the cherry flavor. And there's the big white rum that's come out. So be sure to go onto the ragatonic.com. That should be coming on here soon. So yeah, as we said, our names already. Remember, persistence beats resistance. You know where it is.